Happy Christmas Eve! Bye! It's pure sugar, but it's so yummy. My uncle always makes tablet at this time of year, and we always get some as like a little Christmas present with like our other stuff, and it's so yummy. I need like a whole crate of it. I've eaten one piece, that'll be enough, because it is literally just pure sugar, but it's so good. It's so yummy. My face seeing that there is riddles and anagrams within this book that'll go over my head. I'm not smart enough for these kind of things. I must admit, this is a really nice touch, given like a family tree so that I know who's who and who's related to who. Very nice touch. I very much appreciate this because I probably will get confused. I already have like an issue with the fact that the country house, manor house, whatever you want to call it, that this book is set in is called Endgame House. Endgame. If this is supposed to be some sort of like house from like the olden days, why the hell is it called Endgame? Like, I have a feeling it's going to have something to do with the fact that clearly the family likes puzzles and riddles. I'm only 7 pages in, but we've already been invited back to Endgame to play the Christmas game. But why is it called Endgame House? I don't like it. It's irritating me already. It's really bad. I'm just like, every time I read it, I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that it's called Endgame. But we'll carry on. Stunning. What a day. What a lazy day I've had. I finished wrapping my presents. And that's it. No, I've been editing as well. I was editing probably my longest vlog yet. It was when I was finishing reading Murder at the Theatre Royal, and I had a lot of thoughts, and yeah, so it was 40 minutes long before I managed to edit it. Now it's about 20, and I have no space left on my MacBook. So if I am to like save it before I upload it, I think I'm gonna have to start moving files around onto an external hard drive. Anyway, so I then started reading tonight the Christmas Murder Game, and I'm almost at the 100-page mark, so I'm doing well. Now, I am beginning to get over my frustration or my issues with the fact that this lovely, it said what year it was from, I can't remember if it was like 17th, I want to say 17th century manor house, country house, I assume that they're the same thing, is literally called Endgame House. Now, the family has inherited it, or they've bought it off of somebody at some point, it said. So I'm wondering if perhaps when they took over this house, that was when they renamed it Endgame House, because otherwise I refuse to believe that this lovely manor house that is from the 17th century has been called Endgame. Because what the fuck? Endgame is just, it's just not a name. It just doesn't sound right. And every time a character says it, and they say it a lot, they say it an awful lot, because the whole premise of this book is that a whole bunch of 5 or so, no, it's more than 5, a bunch of cousins have been brought back to the manor house end game house, and they're playing the Christmas game, which is a game that they used to play every year, that they would follow or they had to solve a whole bunch of clues that would lead them to their Christmas presents. But this year they're playing and the winner gets to inherit the house. So there is 3, 4, 5, 6 cousins in total. 2 of them have their wives with them, which I think is cheating. Because why are you here? Why are you here getting a helping hand? That doesn't seem fair. A couple of the characters already, I mean, they're not bad, but there are a couple of characters already that I'm like, you're just a massive bitch and I want to punch them in the face. So that's good. I don't necessarily hate them all that much. They're okay. They're, you know, I'm starting to see their personalities. There's a couple of times where I think characters are maybe switching up a little bit. Like one minute they're quite nasty, and then the other minute they're nicer. They're not that close. Lily, our main character, is the one that is like disconnected the most. The others seem to have had some sort of like communication over the years. I can read the summary to you on the back. 12 clues, 12 keys, 12 days of Christmas, but who will survive until 12th night? Lily Armitage is lured back to her grand family home, Endgame House, after receiving an enigmatic letter from her aunt urging her to take part in an annual tradition, the Christmas game. The challenge, solve 12 clues to find 12 keys. The prize, the deeds to the manor house. Lily has no desire to return to the place where her mother died 21 Christmases ago, but her aunt makes a promise. The clues will also reveal her killer. Desperate for the truth, Lily starts to unravel the riddles alongside her estranged cousins. However, it quickly becomes clear that each has their own reasons for wanting the house, and not all of them are playing fair. There's been a couple of like moments where the author has already caught me out. I don't know if I really want to spoil anything for you, but we've had one reveal already that was like, oh, the clues were there and I didn't realize. I'm not that much of I'm not that much of an observant reader 75% of the time. 25% of the time, I have my moments where I pick up on things and I'm like, I see where this is going. Yeah, 75% of the time, it's not that. I did not pick up on this at all. I was like, why the hell is our character wearing corsets all the time? It's not a fashion choice, let me just tell you that. But already I'm quite excited. Like, we've had our first riddle of the day and already my girl Lily solved it. She is a riddle solving queen. She is on it. I love that. As somebody who is not actually that great with riddles, love it. So I am curious to see how this is going to go. There are definitely a lot of characters that right off the bat, we have two bitches, one sort of bitch, and then her wife that seems nice, but you know, looks can be deceiving. Then we've got Ronnie, who he's coming across as nice, but we'll see. Tom, we have teamed up with Tom to do our little clue hunting on day 1. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I trust Tom. I feel like I don't really trust anybody. I only trust Lily. There is definitely something going on though between Lily and Isabel. Isabel is a childhood friend of Lily's and the lawyer that her aunt has trusted to sort of oversee the games. She's not going to be in the house, but she claims that she's like, they're overseeing it. There must be cameras set up. There's cameras set up outside. I don't know if they must have some sort of surveillance going on inside the house to also know that there's no cheating, because there's a lot of talk that like if anybody cheats they'll be disqualified from the game. There's definitely something going on between Lily and Isabel, or there was something, so that's cute. I'm also a little bit curious about how this is going to tie in to Lily's mum, because Lily was 12 when her mum died, okay? And all of the cousins are roughly around her age. Lily's mum was the oldest of 3 siblings. Sorry, 3 siblings. There's her mum is Marianne. There's her aunt Liliana, or Lillian? No, I think it's Liliana. Lillian? I don't know. And then her uncle, Edward. I love that they gave us a family tree at the start of this because I keep going back to it just to double check. But yeah, there's 3. So there's Marianne, Liliana, or Lillian, and Edward. Now, Edward and his wife Veronica were killed in a car accident. Oh, in 2002. That's a year after Marianne was killed. So Marianne was found in the maze of the house, like on the grounds, and she was found by Lily. There's also a question mark next to Lily's father's name, so we don't know who he is. Now that could be a mysterious reveal. And then let's see, so Liliana has now just been killed and it's 2021, so that's the time this book takes place. So that is curious because we also think that she's been murdered, or so Isabel thinks. And Liliana also hinted, or she basically outright told Lily that the whole games this time, the reason she wants her to take part is because the clues will all relate back to who killed Marianne. Because up until this moment, Lily thought that she committed suicide, but it turns out she might have been murdered. So she died in 2001. Now, I said Lily was 12. And then all the other, going by this, she's the oldest of the cousins. So she was born in 1989. She is 32, I think. 32, whatever. She's the oldest of the cousins. She was born in 1989. Sarah was born in 91. Her brother Gray was born in 94. Tom was born in 91. Rachel was born in 93. And Ronnie was born in 94. So him and Gray are the same age. I don't believe any of the cousins had killed her mum because they would be younger than her. Younger than her by a good few years. So I wonder if it's either been Liliana who's done it. It can't have been her husband Robert because he's died in 95. Oh, but imagine if Robert was her dad too. But he died in 95, which is 6 years before Marianne died. Edward died the year after in a car accident with Veronica. Now, we just found out that, yeah, they died in a car accident and the family dog was also in the car with them. The dog survived, limped all the way home, and then led the housekeeper to the car. Was such a good boy, but was not the same after the incident. So I'm like, something happened to that dog. Something happened. I don't believe it was a car accident as such. I believe something's happened and it's made them look like they had a car accident or someone's run them off the road. But that happened a year after Marianne. So, again, that can't be the cousins because they're too young. They'd be children. But I think we know something, or somebody knows something and is covering up for their parent. Gray is a weird one. Gray has been a really strange child. And he's like clinging on to his sister, and his sister is just babying him, and I'm like, what are you hiding, suspicious boy? Are you just like socially awkward, or is he a psychopath and he's done something to somebody when he was a child? I don't know how this is gonna pan out, but I'm already quite excited because so far, like, the author clearly loves a puzzle, and anybody that can write up a sort of like mystery with like riddles and codes instantly has my respect, because I've tried writing like riddles and stuff before. I'm not good. I'm really not good. But I'm already hooked, so I might do a bit more reading in bed once I finish editing. But yeah, I'm excited. This one's better already. Like, we're at the 100-page mark and I already feel more excited with this book than I was the entire time reading Murder at the Theatre Royal. I'm very excited. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It's been a lovely Christmas Eve. I might also watch a Christmas movie. I have so much I want to do and it's already 20 to 12. I need to finish editing, I want to read, and I want to watch a movie. I cannot do all three at once. But I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful Christmas Eve. God knows when you're going to see this video. God knows when I'm going to get around to doing anything. And I'll see you tomorrow for Christmas Eve. I'm excited.